for joining, Graven. Next one.
Hi, I'm Youssef. I lead the developer relations at Superfluid. If you have any questions regarding Superfluid docs or any technical questions about Superfluid protocol, it's usually me that you would talk to.
Great. Yeah, thanks for providing all the technical support to the team. Next one, Sam, do you want to give a quick intro?
Yes, I am Sam. I am a software developer, and I have been in the Superfluid ecosystem for a while now. I will be judging today for the projects.
Okay. Quick wrap up. Okay. And Fran and Mike, do you want to say something? Yeah, it's the last demo day for the season 1. So if you want to also say something before we start. No? All right.
Yeah, maybe I can say maybe a word. Well, this was amazing, first of all. So thanks to everyone who has been part of this. Thanks to all the judges to start with. And hopefully we'll get started with a new version at some point in the autumn. But yeah, it's been amazing to see what has been built so far. I'm excited for this demo day, and hopefully we'll see more in the new editions to come. So thanks, everyone.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Mike. All right, then I think because Fran is actually in Tokyo, I think he's in an event of the forecaster event in Shibuya somewhere right now. He's probably listening in, and then later on he can share with us a little bit later the insights in Tokyo from Japan. Yeah, it's too noisy, I can imagine. So, all right, then let's kick off for the first showcase or presentation. Any volunteer here?
I can go.
Great, thanks, Bruno. Take the stage then, it's yours.
Good. So a quick intro. This is Bruno. I'm front-end developer, joined the guild since the beginning, and I'm responsible for doing the Superfluid no-code token deployer. I'm gonna share my screen, so let me know if you can see it. So I would like to say that we've accomplished a few things during this Superfluid season, and one of them is basically we have this Superfluid no-code token, super token deployer. I'm sorry. So if we go here, we have the ability to deploy to those networks here available. So Base, Optimism, Arbitrum, Avalanche, and Sepolia. So I've mainly tested this on Polygon, but this is the V1 and what we can deliver during this season. So also to give utility to the token, we've planned to integrate this into a pump.fun using the streaming tokens, but this is not done yet. So we come together and developed a design for that. I'm going to show you here. So if we, okay, so those are the pages that the designer did. So it's basically a similar and pretty much a copy of the pump.fun website, but instead of using the tokens, the regular ERC20 tokens, we will be using the pure super tokens. And yeah, this is the design. Obviously, there's a few things that we need to change and adapt to the Superfluid ecosystem, but this is like the idea. And what in terms of coding, we've done the create coin page. So this part here is done in code, and you can check that out on the GitHub. But the other pages, due to the lack of time and the complexity of the project, we need a smart contract developer as well. This has to be done maybe in the next season to continue the work on this side. So yeah, this is the work in progress. And also we do have ChatGPT actions inside the ChatGPT platform where you can also interact and ask questions, but this needs to be updated. And also integrate with the existing deployer contracts that we already have. So yeah, I hope that covers pretty much it. So we've accomplished this is the main deliverable, deploying tokens easily. And for the next season, we will be focusing on the stream.fun stuff. So yeah, that's it.
Great, thanks. Yeah, cool. So the Stream Fund, the Super Token Deployer website can be used from today on, like anyone if they want to. Yeah, that's great. And for the Pump.Fun, I mean, it's a lot of work, and we need also a smart contract developer. And if in the audience, any of you are really, I mean, Pump.Fun has got lots of hype these days, and there are lots of forks of Pump.Fun. So I'm sure it's gonna be quite exciting idea to continue working on that. And we can ask, I mean, for judges, probably if you have any comments or any questions here, please drop your questions right now. Any questions?
Oh, that's cool. I just noticed on that deployment page for the pure super token, I didn't see that you could set the token supply. Or is that on the next page, or is every token stream created with like a standard amount of supply?
Yeah, there's a standard amount of supply. I have to review the numbers, but it's a hard-coded number for now. Obviously, it would be interesting to allow the user to change that as well on the interface. But since it's just like to get the user to know Superfluid, to have the first experience, I focused pretty much on the first time using it. So, okay, I just deployed the super token, and then later on the user can, oh, I see now there's other configurations and stuff, but I will include that on this page too.
Great question. Yeah, for maybe advanced users, the total supply matters, especially for the Pump.Fun future type of users. Total supply matters. Yeah. Any other questions or comments?
What do you think is the delta to get this to production? What do you think is missing? What kind of resources? How much work?
So on the stream.fun side, since we have the design and one of the pages done in the front end, I think that there's two things that concerns me. It's the mechanics. How do we convince users that using the Superfluid super token is better, or what is the difference between using the regular ERC20? I mean, for the stream.fun side, so, and also the smart contract complexity as well, because we need to have the bounding curve and like deploy, maybe audit the smart contracts. I don't know. So those are the two things that concerns me that will probably take much time. Does that answer the question?
Yes, that makes sense.
What are the mechanics like for like the launch? You mentioned maybe a bonding curve. What are those?
Yeah, so I mean, it doesn't have to be. It's still something that we need to think about, but basically, maybe something like, oh, the more people are streaming into one of the super tokens or something, it gets ranked as the first or top of the hill, and then incentivize other users to buy the token. So yeah, it's still a little bit confused on that side, but we need to think about it.
Yeah, so for these projects, we'll require another smart contract developer, and also we're brainstorming with the team together about, you know, the basic mechanism with super token, because not exactly as ERC20s, you just say, okay, which kind of price and which type of formula you want to use with the price and token supply, etc. So we want it to be also unique with super tokens. And it requires a little bit more project management also. So it's more a larger project. And I'm here call for developers. and I call for great, business-oriented users also to join us next time. And we can brainstorm and make it better in the next version. So it becomes actually something we can go and create token and then, launch in the market. Yeah, cool. Any final comments you want to say, Youssef, about it? Oh, no?
Not really. It's just all I would say is that there's not yet a clear winner in the EVM space for like a pump.fun kind of fork. Although we've seen some of them make some great numbers lately, like Moonshot and but that's not gonna last for too long. So hopefully we can push this and get it to production to get a piece of that I guess activity, and super tokens have a lot of potential there.
Yeah, cool. All right, then we're ready for the next project. Who wanna go next? Nida, all right?
Can go. Let me share.
Sure.
Stop 3. Share. All right. So I guess I will show you today the progress made on the advertising platform with super tokens. So yes, if you've not been here, Adland is a project that allows to rent some ad spaces, some on-chain ad spaces, and allow you to pay a Harburger tax rent to the advertising owner in a token stream. So I guess what's been added, I added a lot of day-to-day kind of small features to make it easier to navigate the app. So I think the last time it was like big cards here in this page, and I added paginated data, and just you can just hover and see quickly what ad it is. I also added an event to the smart contract to split the streams, because sometimes if you have one stream between one address and another address, it's aggregated, and I had to kind of split it and index it myself. So I did that, so you can see exactly which what amount of what token is flowing. Yes. Now onto the advertising groups. I also added just a simple way to add simple metadata, so like an image, a name, and a description. That is it. Then also on this page, on the ad page, I've moved. Oh wait, I am not on the right. Is it this page? Well, no, I need to go. I've just added some information and moved the buttons so that you can clearly see what you can do if you own an ad space. You can reassess its price or give up its ownership. Here I say like give up on ad space ownership, you'll stop paying tax, and immediately to the ad space beneficiary, etc. Then I've added something that was important for any products because I'm using smart accounts for this project. So I added the ability to downgrade and to withdraw your tokens. So here, if you go to the withdraw page, you will see a quick view of your token, your super tokens, what you are paying using these tokens for, and then maybe I could add some more automatic calculations that I've not added, but the thing that's nice also here is that the withdrawal is abstracted. So if you withdraw more than your degen balance, I'm going to downgrade some degen X and do all this in one transaction, and etc. Token withdrawals. And then I started work on so I wanted to add some incentives
to this protocol, and I've added a leaderboard page. Right now, the leaderboard is just indexing some events that are happening in the protocols. For example, if you buy an ad space, if you put some ad data in the indexing functions, I award some points. So these points are not on chain, but I'm working it right now. It's in development, but like I wanted to give out super tokens to ad owners, so that you basically rewarded a stream of tokens for as long as you hold an ad space. Either that with a native token, or just enable ad space owners to just put just regular incentives in token streams. So you can put 100, I don't know, like 1 million degen for your ad space, and then people are incentivized to either own it or put data on it, or display it somewhere. I haven't figured out that part yet, but yeah, that's pretty much what's been new so far. Thank you.
I have a question already about the incentives. You said it's more like the sponsors of the ad space will get more streams. And before, I think you talk about, in the planning, it's more like people who's going to share the frame or, recast it could also get part of the streams. Yeah, what's your thoughts here regarding
Yeah,
how
I had
incentive?
a lot of different plans for this for incentives. At first, I was like really focused on developing with the frame, but like I've had difficulties honestly building with frames, and I always ended up having to do like multiple transactions, and like I felt like it was a bit complicated to have people claim stuff in the frame. Yeah, and then I changed plans quite a bunch. Then yeah, and I didn't. Yeah, I couldn't finish a full plan for this incentive mechanism.
I have a question in regards of the Harberger tax. What is it benefiting? Can you explain a little bit better how it works, please?
Yes. So basically, anyone can create an advertising group, and so when you create an advertising group, oh yeah, I didn't show this, but when you create an advertising group, you can define a tax rate, and this tax rate is going to define how much when people buy these assets, they're going to have to start streaming. For example, here you have 0.1% per week. They're going to need to have these super tokens streamed to you. In the smart contract, it says that you need at least 1 week of tax to own initially, and so yeah, and then you have to stream these super tokens to the owner. If you're liquidated, then the owner can foreclose and recuperate the asset, can get back the asset, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
And what's the purpose of the hamburger tax here?
It's basically to try to make it more efficient for the assets, so that owning an ad group is more efficient for the beneficiary, because you cannot just owning it by itself is not a good thing. You need to pay tax, and so that's it's basically more efficient for the people who emit these ad spaces to have a tax system instead of a private ownership.
Still, I think this part you probably need to figure out more, is because imagine if we just take Forecaster as example. If you have a channel which already have quite a few followers, like let's say between 20, maybe 20K followers, it's quite a big channel. And then in this case, your ad space is where you want to make the most money from because you already have an audience, right? And so the owner of this channel probably will put the ad space like either like you said before, like pinned a frame on top of the channel or somewhere else inside the channel. But then I don't think it makes sense for him to like pay tax to who, because the ad space is his channel actually. It's his he's the channel owner and he's actually like using part of his space to for sponsors to sponsor this part. So
But
he's
the-
earning
the
revenue on
sponsor-
top of that. Yeah.
The sponsor that's gonna pay tax to the channel owner. If the channel owner opens an ad space and puts the frame, then people who are gonna buy this ad space are gonna pay tax to the channel owner so that they can put whatever they want in that ad space.
All right, then it's okay. I see. Now it makes more sense. It's more the sponsors. It's like a kind of like auction a little, so the sponsors can take it, and then there's another type sponsor who can enter in and take away that space if he pays more than the other one.
Yes, yeah. So basically, you define yourself your own price. The asset can always be sold. So it's basically up to the sponsor to define what the value of that, how much they want it, and so yeah, they define the value of that asset.
So the Harburger tax, in a sense, is providing a protection for the advertiser, right? Like if they decide to advertise, then if someone else wants to take their spot, they have a bit more friction, right?
Yeah. They have to, yeah, they have to. Yeah, it's basically a auction. It's the auction system, but that's drives more efficiency for whoever owns that space in the end. But it's yeah.
Yeah, one thing I was gonna say, one framing of where Harburger taxes are like most effective is where something ought to be in the commons, but like common ownership doesn't work out that well because incentives get kind of obscured. And so thinking about like, so you want to provide someone with the ability to have like an equity-like stake in an asset. And so in your case, you're the channel owner, you get the residual. And I think people would probably presumably set like a higher tax rate, because the lower the tax rate, the more equity-like instrument you're giving to the advertiser, which could be cool and could create a different incentive where it's like, I've created this channel, I'm creating a community, and then an ad buyer comes in and they get like an equity-like stake in some space on my page. And that's cool because now you're aligned. Don't put up shitty ads because that'll drive people away. Sort of like it'll have people leave the community. So like a lot of Harburger tax things, it's about finding the right balance and dynamics. I would assume it's probably like a higher tax rate because the channel creator, the person that made the space valuable, should receive most of like the value, I would think. So just one of those things to think through.
Thank you.
Yeah, and about the incentive mechanism, I think if you have difficulties building with frames, Youssef might be able to help, but it's true, like if you want users to claim or like once they record, they're gonna be, I think receiving stream part, it should not be that difficult from the experience we had. If I'm not mistaken, Youssef, correct me if I'm wrong, but to create a stream from a frame is more complicated because not complicated, but requires a few more steps. But to receive a stream from a frame is not that hard at today's stage.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'd say that if you're willing to sponsor the guests, that's usually the best route to go. That way, users, you can abstract away everything in a server like smart contract. But if you want users to do multiple transactions, then it becomes the drop rate is going to get a lot higher. But if you're just requiring them to kind of like click a button and they receive a stream to their connected wallet, then that shouldn't be a problem. If you have some fees on the, I guess on the on the sponsor side, you can use those fees, part of them, to sponsor the gas transactions, which should not be very expensive today in base at like 1 or 2, 3 cents. Yeah, but then the sponsor side needs incentive, right? Like that's the bootstrapping problem. But yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, so next steps will be figure out the sponsor, no, the incentive mechanism to launch the first campaign, and probably we can also see if any Alpha Friends channels want to, try the ad space. If our Alpha Friends channel want to try the ad space in our channel already, and then which allows, all the small content creators will be able to show their channels in Alpha Friends and bring new users and new subscribers to their bootstrapped channel. So we help content creators to expose their great contents in certain way, and then it will be quite useful. All right. Any other questions or comments here?
I guess I'll ask the same question. Nazar, what do you think is missing to get to production, and how can we help you get there?
I guess it's in production already. It's already usable. Most of I've even built a content moderation feature that you don't see, but that you can sign the AdSpace beneficiary can sign EIS transaction attestations that this data is valid, and then you can query from the client side. You can query only the validated data by the owner, etc. But yeah, I guess users a good strategy, and I have to be honest, like this is something that I just I have not thought through. It's hard to think about, especially like I've tried to take the piece and turn it in many different sizes, and yeah, it's pretty difficult. But yeah, no, I'm definitely not giving up on, and especially I don't have like much coding to do now. Like I think I just have to take my my baton and talk to people and try to get the word out there.
Sounds good. Then let's make sure that we can book some time and help you figure out a launch, or let's say an incentive strategy or a growth strategy or marketing strategy, all of that, the hard stuff.
Yeah.
You've got a really cool product. I would love to, see it propagate across different channels on Farcaster. I think that's the natural place for it. So let's see what we can do.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, Fran. Sure. That's Forecaster is where we're gonna test out the product and also bring users. Onboarding, the first onboarding should be there. And all right, then next project, Matthias, are you ready? Your channel is gonna be a little bit late. They have an overlap call, but they're gonna be ready as soon as they can join. And so right now, I think it's your stage right now.
Okay, great. I think that I will be shorter than the guys, so I will share my screen.
Yeah, first to say Juan is not able to join today, so Matthias will be presenting the visualization on behalf of Juan for the latest progress.
Yeah. So I don't know where I have the chat here to send the link here. So now I can share. Okay, so regarding the project with Juan, the stream data visualization, for this last meeting, we added the option that you can download the JSON and the data of the tokens that you are seeing in the dashboard, yeah, in order to put your related to this project is that Superfluid has a console where they see some information about the tokens, like the symbol, the address, and other stuff. So special Juan working on this to add the active stream and some another information like the daily outflow rate of each token. So the improvement that we did this time was adding this export JSON, so you can download the data. So this was a point that in the last meeting that we have, we talked about. So you touch the button, you can use a CSV or a JSON export, and now you can see it in the here, yeah, in your laptop. So I open and you have the data if you want to work with that. And also, so that it's the improvement, and also Juan was this. I think that Juan discussed with you, Soleil, this. I was in that call about integrate the map for the next steps. Integrate the map view inside of the streams for each of the tokens. Yeah. And also add a column to show the outflow rate variation in the last 24 hours or maybe another time window. So yeah, I think that like all the calls that we have related to this is like too related to Superfluid, like too specific. So yeah, that improvements related to this.
Yeah. So here, Juan is actually very keen to continue working on the project. He likes this project a lot. He's been learning and getting lots of hands-on experience with data query and the visualization. So I told him Casper is an expert for the mapping. We already have some mapping in our console, but what will be interesting also for us is to see for each super token, like the general mapping for each super token. And also because sometimes for us internally, it's a little bit difficult to see, what has been driven the growth in the past 24 hours or 7 days on certain chain. And that's why it become more interesting to see, Matthias, if you can go to Juan's console a little bit. Yeah, so if you can see here, daily outflow rate. So for us, if we see, we have another column like 7-day changement or like 24 hours or 15 days, we can see which token is actually the outflow or the general daily flow rate is been increasing a lot or decreasing a lot. So we can monitor the growth and we can detect. So for example, if the Tron 100 hex is going very high rapidly, we will say, oh, all right, then this community is growing rapidly and the usage of this volume has been changed by how much percentage in the 7 days. So it gives us more kind of indication about the ecosystem growth and different projects inside the ecosystem. And that's what will be interesting here, in my opinion. And of course, open for any suggestions from judges here to add more next steps for Juan. He will continue working on that. And even during summer, that's what he told me to do about his motivation here. So yeah, so it's a kind of like open request for anyone who wants to tell him what to do besides what I have already requested. Yeah, any comments here?
Yes, I can add on top of what you said. I think that the two interesting metrics is, as you said, the increase over the last maybe month or 7 days, plus which is the amount of money streamed. And it sometimes cannot be seen as the the raw number, because each token is worth something different. What I will suggest is to pick the price of the underlying token from CoinGecko lists, because if the token is listed in CoinGecko, then you can get
I
the
see.
price.
Yeah, the dollar value of the total volume streamed in the past 7 days. Yeah, it's true. And here we can only see the flow rate, but we didn't even know the dollar value about the flows. Yeah.
I agree with you. I think that the relative number is very important, and it doesn't require the actual value of the token. It is a very nice metric to have because it doesn't require a dependency. On top of that, if we also have the
Dollar value.
it's not the relative, it's the absolute number of daily outflow in dollars. It can make a lot of sense as well.
Yeah, makes sense. Good.
I
Noted.
think-
Tell Juan also.
Yeah, I think that, for example, having the dollar value under each absolute number could be okay. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah, or even another column, like this is a flow rate, this is total dollar value, and that is a change in the past 7 days, and the percentage of change, grow 7% below, like decrease 5%. So yeah, sure. Cool. Thanks, Matthias, for presenting Juan's work. Any other questions here before we move to Matthias' project? No more?
I was just gonna mention, I was clicking around on the demo, and I just saw some interesting ratios of, like, on Optimism, the number of active streams for USDCX is super high, but the daily outflow rate is really low. So it was just one of those things that's like, what's going on there? And just curious how to dive in deeper and figure out who's streaming like pennies, like thousands of streams with maybe just
Commerce, maybe.
Which network?
Optimism.
Optimism, and then sort by active number of streams, and you'll see USDC 4,000 streams and $138 outflow rate. So
yeah, it's an active stream, number of active streams, and you will see the outflow rate is very low, but there's number of streams are very high here. Or maybe it's one has to correct somewhere, the wrong query. Or maybe they are farmers.
Actually, 50% of the value is from 2 streams. So all the others are dust, basically. But I think I know what a few of them are. I think they're probably give if donations.
All right, possible. But who wants to donate in multiple streams, but small amount?
Quadratic funding, right?
there's some incentives out there right now for getting the most streams, I think, on Giveth.
All right. You see, that makes sense. So,
yeah, this stuff is useful. Yeah.
This is where having the flow chart, Matthias, it would be super useful, because then we could see they're all going to the same addresses very easily.
Yeah, that's what Juan will be working on, and needs a little bit guidance from Casper, because it has a little bit difficulty to do it for the mapping part. Yeah. All right, cool. Then Matthias, you want to present the bot? Now we have joining also. So after the bot, I think Channel X can present their project as well.
Okay, so I will present the improvements that I made to the bot, or in order to put the audience in what I am talking. It's a bot for Alpha Friends, so you can use it using Telegram and have some information about your channel, your profile, and general information also. So I will go directly to the improvements. So I add another feature to the bot. When you start the bot, you can put your Farcaster username to give your information. In the previous meetings, I showed that you have to put your channel or your profile address. So now you can only put your username and will be okay. It's like better UX for the user. I also add the pending claim alert that I think Yao asked me that the last time. I think that it's a good improvement. And nowadays, I am working on a database to store the user data. The point is that Fran told me this error that I have is that so I reset the bot, I lost all the information about the user, about the alerts and wherever the user activated related to alerts. So I was storing the data on the server and not in a database. So nowadays I am putting a database. The point is that I broke the bot two hours ago from this meeting, like using putting that how you say that feature. I broke the bot, so now it's working like it's always saying the same message right here, like what do you want to do, alerts, and do nothing. So I have to fix that. But the point is that so each time that the user will go again to the bot, we'll have saved their information and the user will not have to put it again. So yeah, and here you see that now I am starting the bot with with your username, channel ID, I put it, but yeah, that. It was clear or was a mess explaining that?
For the feature is clear. For the database, I think your problem is clear.
Okay.
However, where do you store your database?
In
Local database, yeah.
I am putting my database in my own server.
Okay. And this database is like updated every 24 hours to reflect the recent.
Each time that the user select one different type of alert, this database, like the code send the information to the database, and I store that data in the database. So I have two tables. One is alerts. That it's here, this one. So you have 3 columns. So for each user ID, I have the alert type that could be balance, price, unsubscribe, and if it is active or not. And also I have the user table where I store the data for my chat ID, the username, the FID from Farcaster. Not the address, I don't need that, to be honest. So you have a mapping from this chat ID with the alert table where I put the data from that user regarding the alerts. So yeah. Was better now?
Yeah, it's clear. Any questions here? Like any diagnose already for Matthias why his bot broken? No live judgment. Okay. Live diagnosis, debugging. No, it's not working. Okay. All right. Yeah. So the reason to have a database is to because like you say, if you reset the bot, you're gonna lose all the previous kind of useful data you already have. And I see.
It's something that the user, I think that doesn't see, but I think that it's important for the experience of the user. So yeah.
And I think I request something else, not the claim. I didn't request the claim button. I request the balance low alerts.
I have it done. I put it.
All right, you already have it. Great, yeah.
Yeah. That it's done. That it's done.
Okay, nice, great. Because for me, a claim button, I think this feature will be maybe obsolete later. if I'm not mistaken, friend, for Alpha Friends, like right now, users can claim anytime their Alpha tokens will not be, they can still claim after 24 hours. Youssef, do you know if that's a new feature?
What, sorry?
Like before in Alpha Friends, if you forgot to claim the tokens, your tokens will be unclaimable in 24 hours. But I think this feature will be obsolete. So you can still claim it if you forget it.
I absolutely have no idea if that is a feature that is coming up soon. I haven't been following up with the Alpha Friends team very, very closely, to be honest. Not
Alright.
sure. Yeah.
Only to have in mind, so the alerts that I have to right now are the price alert, the unsubscribe alert, the claim alert, and the balance alert that you asked me, Soleil. So I am not showing the bot working, but yes, the code behind. So yeah, that's are the alerts that I have right now.
Okay, cool. It's a proof of proof of coding. Yeah, I see. Great. Any other questions, guys? Nope. Okay. Well, thanks, Matthias, for your bot. Good work. And maybe in season 2, we can even do other bots for Super Boring too. I mean,
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan. All right, then now we are at our last demo, Channel X. And feel free to take the stage then.
Thanks, Yao. Okay, so let's go. So Channel X started with just thinking like to create a bot which can moderate channel on the basis of the superfluid streams. But right now at the end of the Frontier Grid, it's like much more than that. So it started by for the thing that you have to buy channel passes to cast in the channel, and that was a one-time thing. We wanted to abolish that, and for that we started with this POC of using superfluid streams to get channels. And now we support 4 different types of channels. So like first we started with DGenX streaming. Then we added Alpha Friends that if a particular caster is your Alpha Friends subscriber, then they can cast in your channel. And then we introduced NFT and token gating to it. Now with DGenX, we can also add up other tokens too, so that any super token can be used to gate a particular channel, or any ERC20 token can also be used to get a channel now using Channel X. So this is a setup like how you can set up your channel. So if your setup is regarding a stream, then you have to set a monthly subscription value. My screen is visible, right? Okay. So you have to set a monthly subscription value. It can be 10 DGenX or 5 DGenX or any amount of value. And then you have to add the bot as a co-host in your channel, and you'll be good to go. For NFT and token type, you have to add particular NFT address or token address to get the particular channel. And for Alpha Friends, you just have to set the particular subscription type, and the bot itself will fetch the owner of that particular channel and do the moderation. Up next, we also have comments. So if you cast in any channel without knowing which type of gating is in that particular channel, then our bot will tell you that if it's an NFT gated or token gated or Alpha Friends or DGenX token gated stream. So you'll know that, okay, what you have to do in order to cast in that particular channel. So there are basically 2 ways to join in a particular channel, either hold NFT or tokens, or start a particular DGenX stream through a dashboard or through the frame, and you'll be good to go. Using frame, you can swap your DGen into DGenX and start a stream, and the approve is also managed in the particular frame itself. Every channel which will get their channels with DGenX can have a frame like this, and the user can also check eligibility before casting in channel so that they can know if they're eligible or not. So that's all for the presentation. Now I'll give a quick demo about the website. So this is the website. Okay. So there are two sections to this website. So first is the channel subscribe. So as a user, if you are subscribed to multiple channels and you are streaming to those channels, you will find those channels here. And here is the expected expenditure that you have spent on those channels. So like I had subscribed to DGenX before and I had spent 15.5 DGenX in streaming to that particular channel. This is a user's dashboard. And for channel owners, they can see their own channels here. This is my channel. And here they can set the gating type. So like it can be stream or alpha friends or NFT or token. And according to our selections, we create Nenar webhooks which supply data to our bot or API code whenever a new cast is done in that particular channel. So like if it's stream, I can just set a stream of 10 DGenX, verify it, and then add the particular bot and check this option out. I swear this was working before. So, and if you want to edit a particular amount, then you can always click on this pen option and edit it here. So these are the two things which I wanted to present. And the bot is quite active. So like 4 days before, someone tried casting in DGenX and their cast was not gated and not shown in the main feed because they are not a subscriber. So yeah, this is Channel X. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot for the presentation. Cool. I think we love this product a lot. And in terms of features, we can consider them complete. Of course, your front end is due to, the demo phenomenon, it's not really working when we are demoing, but I mean, and the code wise, like it should be ready as users can just go and subscribe and then add bots as co-hosts, and then their channel is good to go for moderation, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll be really happy to meet you next time. And I think in DevCon Asia, it's gonna be much easier. For the next steps, I think it's very cool product. We should make it, like a feature complete launch, even with some channels. Did you start conversation with some channels who might be interesting, and even showing the forecaster community? It's a new it's a way to gate your channel. It's a way to monitor, moderate your channel with the bots that you have, and with different ways to gate channel posts as well. So I feel it's necessary for you to do some marketing and also user outreach. We can help you market also the product. Yeah. What other judges' thoughts on this? Or any comments here, questions?
I mean, sure, like we need to make our marketing game strong. So like the front end is a bit lacking. So because of which like we are not pushing much on the marketing side, but I am in conversation with some channel owners to like add this particular bot to the channel. But like the thing is that AutoMod is quite established in the Farcaster ecosystem. So the channel owners quite hesitate to like use any other bot, but we'll try our best to change it and push it forward.
Yeah, but I mean, they are the first in the market, but that doesn't mean they will take all the market. There's always it's also very important to showcase, like Nezad's use case, ads. Everybody is talking about advertisement, but once you have a working product, you should we can even showcase the forecast community, like your product is working and it's actually very useful for your channel, for any channel who needs moderation, and you have different ways to gate the channels. So yeah, I think it's worth to shout out to the whole community, and even, you know, attract attention of them, because they were thinking about, oh, how to properly to do channel moderation. See, we have a use case here also might be useful for you. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's true.
sure. Cool. Any other questions here?
Yeah, about AutoMod, have you thought of like creating some easy hooks and stuff like that integrated with AutoMod? I saw that they're already integrating HyperSub. I know that Fran maybe had some thoughts about integrating Alpha Friends, but like integrating Superfluid itself, maybe through Channel X, making it like easy in some way. Have you considered that, thought about it, talked to someone?
So like right now also, like we just need to add hooks to InDNR so that we get the data, and we have all the routes like different. So like there's a different route for streaming in which Superfluid tokens are involved. There's a different route for Alpha Friends and NFT and token. So if we just add a particular channel with a route, with the route in which the cars need to go, then also we are good to go. And that's all like we are doing in the front end too.
Yeah, I think Yusuf's question, I think for Alpha Friends, it's clear. You have Alpha Friends as your one of your option on the front end already. I think Yusuf's question is more like hook to auto mode.
Yeah, no,
right?
have Channel X or like Superfluid as a gating possibility on auto mode. So
All right, then
yeah, so auto mode they have these
integration to auto mode. Yeah.
Auto mode they have these like options where you can choose HyperSub as a, you know, a gating way for your channel. I suppose that needs like integration from their side. But I was wondering, like, if you have looked into it, what are the steps, or if you talk to someone or whatever.
For HyperSub, no, I
No,
haven't explored.
not for HyperSub, for auto mode.
Yeah,
So
but I
yeah.
mean, I think this question is not for Channel X too.
Okay,
So
sounds good.
probably, yeah, it's more, I think we can show Automode. You have a competitor here, Channel X. They are doing great with Superfluid, and maybe you also should consider, you know, it's more this.
Yes.
Channel X will do the auto mode integration, like the integration will be done by your team. I mean,
Yeah.
but we need to initiate the conversation with auto mode. Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it just could be open source or just, you know, I haven't explored it enough, but like sometimes it could just like be simple as like adding a PR and just like kind of talking to the team very quickly. But yeah, just was wondering if you had explored that. Okay.
Yeah. Any other feedbacks? I think if I follow Fran's question, for your side, I think the product is complete.
Yes.
Need a little bit more testing, but I mean,
Yeah,
feature.
yes, it's complete.
Okay, cool, nice, congratulations.
We just need to think of some use cases, right? And then get it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then yeah, it's a go-to market. Yeah, sure. All right. Any last comments for Channel X? Nope, no questions. Does anyone has, yeah, Fran?
Is it checking all the connected addresses for users?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's checking all the addresses, connected addresses for users. And if any one have a particular stream which is sending a token greater than the threshold, then we are allowing them.
Got it. Okay.
That's a good question.
Yeah. So when you finish testing, I will look in our marketing manager already in the Channel X group chat. Once you think, you know, testing wise, it's ready to go, we can think about some posts together to shout out to your product. and also, you know, showcase, maybe make a small demo video about how it works very easily, and so that we can post also on Twitter and post on some Farcaster at the same time.
Sure, sure.
Cool. All right, then now we had all the presentations. We are at the end of the demo day, and in closing marks, first I want to congratulations to all the builders which has been building with us in season 1. And you have been building on cool projects which has really high impact in our ecosystem. And we are really happy to have you here. And we want to support you in the next season as well to you know, bring new ideas also, or complete make your MVP complete, feature complete, and then go to market. And very excited to see a couple of projects. Yeah. And we are also going to, well, for the season 1 wrapping up, we are going to open also applications for season 2. For that, we will have an announcement probably next week for the season 2 about what will be the format, when will be the starting date, and the applications will be open also for all the builders which will watching us live later. And yeah, any other closing remarks from our internal and external judges for the season 1? What do you think? And also maybe open table for all the builders here. What feedback do you have in season 1? What can be better? What do you enjoyed?
I'll say this one thing.
Yeah.
That I love this meeting or like showcase of working every 2 weeks, and the feedback which we received at this iteration was also really helpful for building the product which we have right now. So like I really like this.
Thanks for the feedback. And then probably also if we have office hours every week, that will be nice also for you to, you know, if you have any immediate questions, and also for us to keep in touch. Yeah, but the demo day every 2 weeks, I agree. It helps us to see the real progress and keep up with the building at the same time. Yeah, other builders or judges, what do you think?
I would like to say that I really enjoyed participating in the season 1. It's really cool. Just took some time to figure out what exactly we were building, getting people together to see exactly what we are going to ship. But yeah, I'm pretty proud of what we delivered and looking forward for season 2, which would be really cool.
Nice. Yeah. So maybe in season 2, based on your feedback, we should have kind of like a first pre-selection phase, like kind of like hackathon type, and everybody do a small hackathon, you know, for 15 days. And then the winners, which had the best ideas and the best demos who want to continue working on it, will continue in the Frontier Guild. So it's more like mixed, rather than in the beginning, we all begin, all right, and then we didn't know what exactly we want to build out, you know, so it gives a little bit ambiguity. So good feedback, yeah. I'm thinking about more like a competition in the beginning, and then the high potential team we will provide continuous fund later. Competition in the beginning, you have to, yeah, work, you kind of already like team building between you and other members, and then do a V0 so we can see what kind of idea you have, and then we can see which one we can invest. Yusuf. All right. Yeah, nice hat. Okay, any other inputs from the judges also? I know I've asking Graven multiple times to be here, so I really appreciate your time with us. Same also, you're very motivated to come. Friend told me you wanted to be on each demo day, but I didn't really invite you at each demo day, so now I know you can be invited at each demo day. All right. Any feedback, experience sharing? We have 4 minutes.
Yeah, it's not necessarily related to the guild, but one thing that's really cool is community members that we have for a long time, like Sam and Grevin. For example, when I was at ECC, whenever I met someone who was developing grants on top of Superfluid, I was asking like, how did you learn about all this? They're like, oh, we talked to Graven. So I think it's just
It literally happened to me in
yeah,
Tokyo.
multiple times. I'm like, how do you know all of this? Like, oh yeah, Graven helps us. I'm like, okay, we have another dev role in the team. So
Yeah, it's true. There's an ECC project builder, and we didn't know that they were using Superfluid, and they told me like, yeah, we're inspired by Graven, and we are also from Denver. So that's how ambassadors are, everyone here can be an ambassador, and Graven is a great example.
Definitely not DevRel. I don't have those skills, but yeah, I'll shill. Yeah, we did a Superfluid local meetup here, so I guess it worked. Well, that's a success. Wonder who it was.
Nice. I think we will duplicate. Matthias can do a small meetup in Argentina. Bruno can do in Brazil, and Neza can do in France. And we can invite builders to learn and give a small workshop about Superfluid. Yeah, I think Graven can share some experience next time. How did you did the meetup, and how it can be replicated? It's a very budget efficient way to have local builders. Yeah. And the ones they have you as point of contact, it just grows. And then there will be 10 more people say, oh, we talked to Graven. All right. Nice. Yeah. And also Channel X in India. We will have a great ambassador in India. Yeah.
Sure.
All right, cool. I like this enthusiasm at the end of the session. And so thanks again, everyone, for the season 1 Frontier Guild. We have achieved a lot, and we will keep going. And we're looking forward to the season 2. All right, then have a nice day, everyone. See you in the next one.
thanks everyone. Cheers.